Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. I haven't filmed a video in such a long time. So basically I'm just going to explain that a little bit. The last time I filmed a video was, let me just check my phone actually, because I don't even, where's my phone? I don't even know when the last time I filmed a video was. So I think it was the 7th of April and today's the 31st of July. So that's kind of bad. That's not kind of bad, that's really bad. So I just want to say I'm really sorry for that first. I have had a lot going on in my life, personal stuff that I can't really talk about online for personal reasons, and I wasn't in the best headspace to film. I still am, but I'm trying to do my best. Like, YouTube is something I've worked so hard for over the years. I never in my life thought I would get 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for those of you who have stayed. Like, I am forever grateful, and I am gonna do better. Like, YouTube is something I've worked so hard on for years. And I want to do better. I will do better. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my everyday makeup routine. My makeup routine has changed a little bit, so I thought I'd let you guys into it. So before we get started, I'm just going to tie up my hair, just so it's out of the way. Also, I'm sorry for the lighting. The lighting isn't great. So hopefully it's okay, but it's not great. Also, my top is annoying. I'm wearing a normal bra underneath, so if you see a bra strap, that's why. But before we're going to get into it, if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. But there's going to be more videos. I'm determined about it. And also follow my social medias. They will be linked down in the description box. I'm just going to leave this off the shoulder. They'll be linked down in the description box. So we're going to go get into it. So I've already washed my face. I washed my face this morning when I had a shower, and I used the Pixie Glow Tonic toner tonic on my face, and I've just used my simple moisturizer, and that's all I have on my face at the minute. So actually I'm going to close the window just in case cars pass. Hang on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started. So this is my makeup bag actually. I got this in a shop local to me. It says, my head says gym but my heart says pizza, and that's just so me. So I'm going to get right into it. Great start. So I'm going to get started with the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Keep Me Matte, and that's going to sound weird because I love a glowy face, but I also kind of like to keep my skin a little bit matte as well. So I'm going to pop that on. It's just, these Catrice primers are so good. I'm not naked as you know, but I look naked now. So my skin is a bit bad at the minute, as you can see. It's quite breaking out. My eyebrows are bad, but we're just going to ignore that, okay? So now that I have primer on, I usually go in, this is going to sound very contradictory, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Shimmer Spray, just to add some shimmer underneath it. This spray is amazing, by the way. And because I have no makeup on, I just rub that into my skin as well, to give me some sort of a glow. Again, the foundation of choice I actually used in the last video is the LA Girl Pro Coverage Nude Beige. I love this foundation so much, like it is incredible. So it's high HD, high definition, long wear illuminating foundation, and trust me when I say it's long wearing, I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear and it doesn't last as long as the Estee Lauder Double Wear. In fairness, the Estee Lauder one literally sticks to your face, but this is very close, and this is $12.95, so I highly recommend this. I just love it. My brushes need a wash so bad, but the foundation brush I use is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I don't use a beauty blender. I'm not really a fan of beauty blenders, to be honest. So what I love about this foundation is it's very natural and you can see your skin through it. It's not a foundation that looks cakey. It's so natural as well. So I'm just going to zoom you in a bit more just so you can see what I'm doing. And I basically just, at first, I just dot it over my face, like, because I pump it onto my brush, and then I just blend it in. So I decided to move because I didn't think the lighting was that good. I literally just moved down one, but I'm just going to continue blending this in. Now, can you see that glow already? Like, this foundation is amazing. It's just so natural. So this is literally one layer of that. I just absolutely love it, and I always go in with a little bit more just because I do like a lot of coverage. But it also, what I love about this is it's buildable, but not to the point where it's too buildable, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't ever look cakey. So the next step is the concealer. So the concealer that I use is the Revolution Conceal and Define. This is it here, and I use this in the shade C6. I don't know, can you see that there? Is that focusing? Okay, anyway, it's in the shade C6, and I just pop this underneath my eyes and on the bridge of my nose, and so I just kind of go like this, just a little bit there, a little bit there, down my nose, here, and just here. And I also pop this underneath my eyebrows. My eyebrows are so overgrown at the minute, so just ignore that, please, and thank you. And I pop some on my eye as well. And then I go and get my brush, which also needs, all of my brushes need a wash, but this is the Real Techniques contour brush, I believe, and I actually use this for concealer because I find it brilliant. And I just kind of dab out everything. I'll do as well is I go back in with my foundation brush and I'll just tap over the places that I did, just to make sure they're not too light or anything, and I'll just kind of dab back in, kind of blend it out better, just like that. So that's how everything is looking so far. And then what I do is I go in with powder, and the powder I'm using actually is the Rimmel London Clear Clarifying Powder. This here, and it's in the shade 021 Transparent. And I just get my powder brush, which hasn't changed and also needs a wash. Basically all my brushes need a wash, so just bear with me. But it's this purple fluffy brush, and I just dab that in, and I just pop it on the eyes and under, just on the nose, basically anywhere I put concealer so far. And then what I do is I like to go in to do my eyebrows. And I'm going to be doing my eyebrows off camera because my eyebrows are just rotten. But I'll show you what I'm using. I'm using the, oh, this hasn't changed either. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony, if you can see that there. So that is the brows there. I also put in a brow gel, which is the Rimmel Brow This Way. Well, not that there's any fear of my brows going anywhere because they're too big to disappear off my face, but just to secure them, just in case. And the next thing that I do is I bronze, contour, and blush and highlight. So something I've been loving for this, actually I used in my last video, is the Sosu X Rosy Connolly palette. This has just become a staple of mine. Like, I absolutely adore it. It's just incredible. Now, unfortunately, we had an accident, and her face, I don't know if you can see that there. She had an accident and she fell, and so did my phone. If anyone's wondering, I also smashed my phone, but you know, I'm not having the best of luck these days. So that's quite sad, but it's okay, we'll get over it. So next what I do is I get a big fluffy brush like this one here. This is the BH Cosmetics brush in 2, and I go into the shade Cinnamon, which is this guy here, and I basically just pop this all over my face, essentially. I use this bronzer here. This is the Isadora one for when I'm not wearing tan, because it's just such a natural shade. But I also wear it underneath when I'm wearing tan sometimes. If I want a really bronze look, I'll pop on this and then the shade Cinnamon, if that makes any sense. So let's get into it. Just tap off the excess. Can I just swirl it on my face? It's actually just stunning. I love this. And then I also bring it down my nose, on my chin, and then I bring it, my nose gets so itchy when I use brushes sometimes, like my face just gets very irritated just because they're so tickly, and then I'm there like tickling, and it's just annoying. And then I go across my forehead. Anything that can help me look like I have a smaller forehead would be great. Like I always used to tell people when they said that I had a big forehead, there'd be more space for my big brain, and it's not the case because I'm very non-intelligent. But that's what I used to say to people, and yeah. Anyway, I just bring it down my nose. Blank Canvas F36 brush to contour, and I'm using the shade Espresso in this palette here, which is this lovely shade here, and I use this very light-handedly, and I just take a little bit and I kind of diffuse it on my hand just a tiny bit, and I'll just go from my ear down a little bit, just like that. And I don't really contour that much. Until I got this palette I never contoured, I just used bronzer, but I find that it's just giving my face a little bit more definition, and I really enjoy that. So I just kind of blend it all together just to make sure that it's very natural and blended. And there we go, that's that. And then what I also do then for blush, I've actually had a habit of mixing these two blushes here and just popping that on my face, and I'll dab lightly into Sundown and Morning, and I just dab off the excess, and I'll kind of just diffuse a little bit of it on my hand, and then when I'm doing blush I kind of just do a stupid smile and then brush it back. So I go like this and I diffuse it back like that. It's just such a beautiful blush, honestly. And then for highlight I still use the same palette. Basically I'm just a basic bitch who uses the same stuff all the time. I use this brush here, which is my highlight brush. This is just a Real Techniques setting brush. I use this for highlight just because I find it's the perfect size for highlight. And again, I mix these two here, which is Afterglow and Radiance. I mix the two of those. Basically just go back and forth. I just diffuse a little, and then I just go and see where my natural highlight is. I just kind of pop it there lightly, like that. Now highlight is like my favourite part of makeup, so I overdo it. You obviously don't need, you might not like how much highlight I use. I absolutely love highlight. And that's how we're looking thus far. Yeah, so I absolutely love highlight, as you can see. And the next thing I do then is eyeshadow. So I basically, for eyeshadow, a lot of the times, I just use this palette. And I've also got a new palette as well. It's also by Sosu. It's the 18 Kate palette, which is actually gorgeous. I got this for, it was €29 and I got it for 22. I think it was £29.95 and I got it for €22 on sale in a chemist. And it's just a beautiful palette. Like, I don't know if you can see, like, it's just stunning. Like, this is such a good palette to take away with you somewhere because it's literally got so many colours. Is kind of what I do most of the time, which is I get the shade Cinnamon of this palette and I basically just pop that all over my crease. Now I'll bring you in closer so you can see what I am doing. Can you see that there? I might bring you up a bit. And basically what I do here is I just pop that into my crease. So I kind of just, basically all over the eye, actually never mind, not really in my crease, kind of just blend it everywhere, and it's just adding a lovely colour. And this, actually, sorry, I forgot to tell you, this is the Deluxe Crease Brush from Real Techniques as well. Basically just popping that in everywhere. See how pigmented it is? So lovely. A different blender brush. So this one is actually from BH Cosmetics. This is just, what does it say? It just says a V5, and this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to blend out that using this brush. Then let's go into the shade Espresso, which is this shade here. I'm going to pop that on the edges just to make it a bit darker. So I'm just going to pop that kind of on the edges just to kind of deepen it a little bit. The highlight shade from this palette, I still look naked. The highlight shade from the palette, it's gotten very dark outside actually, which is the shade Afterglow, and I'm going to be putting that all over my eye. So I'll bring you back in again. Now I've actually been loving this because it looks so natural. So there it is there. It's actually beautiful. And I go in and I just kind of tap it onto the eye. I just tap, tap, tap. And it just looks so natural and I love it. Just like that. That's how it looks. And I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. And this is so simple, yet it looks so shimmery and beautiful as well. And that's what I love about it. There we go. And I'm going to get one of the shade brushes again and blend back into the shade Cinnamon, which is the first shade we used. I'm kind of just going to blend that out as well. Just so it has like a nice fade. And just like that, and that's basically it. Actually, it looks a little bit messy, but I kind of like that as well. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a this is called, I call these like pencil brushes. I can't remember if that's what they're called. I think that's what they're called. And I'm just going to get this actually, yeah, I'm going to get the shade Afterglow, which is on the eye, and I'm going to pop that in the middle part as well of my eye at first, and I'm going to go in with a different shade again. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I have a flat shader brush from Rebel Luna, and I take the shade, the original shade which I use, which is this shade called Cinnamon, and I pop that underneath both eyes on the lash line side, and I just kind of just do it like that. Naked. Also, I got a lash lift recently. I got a lash lift maybe a couple of weeks ago. So my lashes are looking nice and long. So I am actually just love it. If you're ever thinking about getting a lash lift and you don't have lashes, it's just the best thing ever because it genuinely makes you look like you have more lashes than what you do. And my confidence since I've gotten this lash lift has been amazing. So it just makes me look so different because I've always been very self-conscious of my lash length, but now that I've got the lash lift I'm just over the moon. So anyway, I'm going to be going in with the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. This is actually a brilliant mascara, but obviously since I have a lash lift it does help. I'm going to zoom you right in and we're going to get our lashes on. So this is what the wand looks like. Just looks like this. It's beautiful for, you know, it's a wand. And what I do with mascara then is I just kind of just like wiggle it up. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now I have had the lash lift for quite a while, so they aren't as big as what they used to be, but they're still, like, I'm still in love with them. I find that since I've gotten the lash lift I'm not wearing falsies as much, because I used to wear false lashes because I was very insecure about my lash length, and I find that I just love how natural they look. I just love how natural they look, and they just open up my eyes a lot. So if you're thinking about getting a lash lift, I'd definitely get one. So I just popped on some lip balm there, so I'm just going to rub that in because my lips are feeling very dry. I'm going to rub that in and I'm going to do my lips. Now if I was going out somewhere I'd probably pop on a red lip because I like to do a red lip with kind of a neutral eye, but this is my everyday makeup routine and I don't wear a red lip every day. I mean, I wish I did, but I don't. So like a lipstick I have been absolutely loving at the minute, I'm going to pop it down a little bit. I've been absolutely loving at the minute is the Mora X Ingloss. So I got this lipstick in the shade Bad Assy, and this is just gorgeous. So I'll zoom you in now. First of all, this is the lipstick up close. Basically what I do is I just pop it all over my lips. So let me just get a mirror there. I just kind of on the top. It's just such a lovely natural shade as well. And that's it there. It's absolutely stunning. And then I also go in with a lip gloss. I have 2 of the Maura Higgins lip glosses with Inglot. I have one in the shade Sugar and Spice, which is just here. And then I have one in the shade Runaway, and this, as you can see, is my favourite. And I'm going to be using Runaway because that's what I mostly use. So what I do then is I just pop this all over my lips. And I go, and then this is how it looks. Yeah, basically this is just my everyday makeup routine. I really love it. And then because I have my shoulders, I'll just tap it in a bit. And then because I have my shoulders exposed, what I do is I go in with the setting spray. Actually, I need to use setting spray anyway. I go in with setting spray, which is again the LA Girl Shimmer Spray. I go in with this, give it a good shake, and I pop it on everywhere. And then because I have my shoulders exposed, I'll go here too. And then I get a big brush, any brush that I used, I kind of just dab it in. Just loving as well using sorry, that took me a minute there, is the Dripping Gold Endless Summer Illuminating Bronzing Powder. This is just stunning, and I always put this on my chest if it's exposed, or basically anywhere that's exposed I will use this. So you kind of just, I pop it basically everywhere. Now it looks a bit red, but you blend it in and it just gives you such a nice glow. So, and that is, honestly guys, that's basically it. That is it. I absolutely love the makeup. I am going to show it to you in a different light just so you can see it straight up. Now please excuse the room because it is a little bit messy. Oh, it is raining. That is just the makeup look here. Again, these are just my shoulders. And that is it. Yeah, so I'll bring you back to where I had you, which is here. Boy, that part. And that is it. And I'll take down my hair, or I'll just leave my hair the way it is. And yeah, that is the makeup look complete. This is my everyday makeup routine. And yeah. And yeah, I really like it, to be honest. So that is the makeup. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any more requests for me to film anything, please let me know. Literally, excuse me, I will basically film anything. I'm going to be getting back into YouTube now that I've done my first video back. It's not going to be as hard. If you want to follow me on social media, please do. I post a good bit over there. And I am excited to be getting back into this because I have missed this so much. Like, YouTube has been my everything for ages, and I need to put more effort into it, definitely. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe, and please let me know what you thought, if you've anything that I can improve on as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Mwah!